from D23. Welcome to the show. This has been a big old weekend for D23 for Marvel, and you know, we had to do a show with all four of us together. I'm BD, joined today by Jenna Anderson.
Hey, everybody.
We got Jamie Jirac.
What's up?
And we got Aaron Perrine.
Woo!
Woo! That's right, I actually just walked off the stage of Marvel Animation. My three best friends here were there supporting, cheering. I said Phase Zero, and it was one of the biggest pops of the day.
Can we talk about that? You kept it a secret from all of the listeners, from everybody. Everyone was so pleasantly surprised to see you up there.
It was one of those things I didn't believe it was going to happen until it happened, so I didn't want to say it. And we'll get to the Marvel Animation stuff. We're going to go in the order of events. One thing we do want to talk about is, I know you're all familiar with the news this week. Comic book was sold by Paramount to Savage Ventures. As far as we know, we're going to keep doing this show.
Yes.
As far as we hope, we're going to keep doing this show. So I just want to assure the Phase Zero community, as long as we can do this and we have no reason to think that's going to stop, we're going to keep doing Phase Zero every Wednesday, bonus episodes on Mondays when we have something to talk about, like Aaron Stanford Pyro. It's going to be this Spotlight episode this Monday. So as far as we know, we're good to go, and Phase Zero goes on. So that's good news. I think we should talk about D23, though.
Yeah.
I think we should.
I'm here. I'm at D23.
Jamie is at D23. We made it. Last night, for the first time ever, they went to the Civic Center, right? That's the Honda Civic Center?
Yeah.
The Honda Center.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one big Deadpool joke, first of all.
Yes, it is.
They're going to the Honda after all the Odyssey jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine. But this was crazy because it was like 12,000 people. I felt like I was walking into like a WWE show. And it was a whole Disney presentation, which you can find all of that on comicbook.com. We're going to talk about the Marvel of it all. And okay, so first impressions, Jenna, you were there.
Yes.
What did you think of the presentation for Marvel?
It was really good. It was interesting and kind of funny because it starts with Anthony Mackie and Kevin Feige, and they're like, "We have new footage to show you that we've never shown anywhere. Kevin edited this on the plane here," and it was just the San Diego footage, like exactly the same.
Beat for beat, yeah. And that was fun. Okay, so how did you two get all the news from what was going on?
Okay, well, so first of all, we couldn't make the panel, so we went to a Disney Princess concert, and it was amazing. We saw Susan Egan sing live, so we were not paying attention because we were singing Disney Princess songs.
That's fair.
But then we got off and checked Twitter and everything, and then we went to dinner, and it was still happening, and that is when the Agatha stuff went down, and that was my first case of FOMO, not being in the room when that happened.
That was when I had to leave the room. As soon as
It's
Agatha
true.
came up, it was 9 p.m. and I had to get over here to rehearse for Marvel Animation, but I couldn't tell people why I was leaving.
Yes.
So I missed the Agatha stuff too.
BD's video of walking in there was so freaking crazy. It looked like one of the video games where you make your creative player and you have your first game and the aura just grabs you. It was very crazy.
cool. That was
very,
cool.
very crazy. But yes, we were getting it from you two, and I was just trying to lob stuff in between singing Let It Go, just lobbing stuff to our listeners.
The only thing that might have been better than y'all's reaction to Robert Downey Jr. from the live stream you did during Hall H at San Diego might have been watching you two at the concert last night.
Really, like, it was the best consolation prize.
Yeah, it looked like you two had a blast. Okay, so it started with Captain America: Brave New World, which you said. It was the same footage as San Diego Comic-Con, which we already saw, so we'll keep moving. Then they went to Fantastic Four First Steps.
Which they showed a video message from the cast
Yes.
that was completely new, was not in the stuff from San Diego, it was from the set. Eben Moss Backrack is just in like a hoodie, like you could tell they didn't want to show his costume, and everyone is making the bear jokes of like, cousin just came right from Chicago to be on this set. But they're on the big practical 60s set, they're all dressed to the nines, and Johnny is in the costume, like blue, white, emblem, the full costume.
Yeah.
I screamed when this was in the room. I was so happy.
Yeah, the suit looked, it's like white from the shoulders on like the top of the arms, and then baby blue on the bottom of the arms, and like the chest down, and then it's got of course the white 4 logo, and it's like a baby blue everywhere else. I thought it looked really cool. And then they played the same footage that they prepared for San Diego Comic-Con, which honestly I think a lot of people were in both rooms, but also a lot of people were seeing it for the first time. Seeing it again after also earlier Michael Giacchino played the score.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
And that was at the Music of Marvel presentation, and the score is gorgeous. I mean,
I can't wait for the puns on the soundtrack. I just have to say that because he always titles every track with a pun. So it's like, I know he has some really good ones cooking for, friend of the show. We had him on for Werewolf by Night. That was amazing.
Where's Werewolf by Night 2, by the way?
I know.
And that score just sounds like you're walking, like it makes you feel like you're a kid walking into Tomorrowland at Disney World for the first time. It's just like all that hope and all that inspiration and all the possibilities.
Oh, a band's coming by.
Oh, hello. All right, well, hopefully you guys can keep
D23
hearing
band.
us. Hopefully this doesn't get us taken down with the music in the background. Of the D23 Ultimate Fan Event Band. Hello, friends. Okay, so Fantastic Four introduced a new video of the cast, but then the same footage from Comic-Con, which we've already talked about. Go listen to our Comic-Con episode in which we were all together again. And then they went to Disney Plus stuff, which was all new from then on. Started with Ironheart, right?
Yeah. Which I'm very curious when we describe the footage, how similar it is to what Jamie saw at D23 2 years ago. Because
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did see it 2 years ago.
continue.
I saw the Ironheart footage right here 2 years ago, same spot. I could not tell you if it was the same.
Right.
Because 2 years is a long time.
Yeah. I thought the footage was really cool. We just got the direction to move forward. Hello, everybody. We want to really get to know you here. I thought the footage looked really good. It looked like there were multiple suits. The suits definitely, in my opinion, looked better, both from a CGI perspective and a design perspective, than it looked like in Wakanda Forever. Oh, we're not going to be able to get Jamie to stop dancing. It's not going to happen. So what did you think of the footage?
I thought it looked really cool. Being from Chicago, like the exterior shots of Chicago made me very happy. There's one bit where she's like flying over the river, and that was just really nice to see. Her suit looks really cool. I know like people are making like Power Rangers and like Gundam kind of comparisons, but it's a very cool progression from what we saw in Wakanda Forever. And the plot of the show seems really cool of like Anthony Ramos' character, who everyone thinks is the Hood, seemingly, is like getting Riri to go commit crime, basically, which is cool.
She needs money to pay for her suits, which according to a chalkboard, a whiteboard, a dry erase board, says she's trying to design iron suit plus artificial intelligence, which obviously I don't think we're going to get Tony Stark AI, but that is sort of what she designs in the comics.
You don't know that.
Come on, Tony.
You don't know that. He's back.
You could have Downey record and then just insert him as a hologram, I guess, but just like a wise merc with a mouth once said, do you know what he's doing to the budget? So I don't know if we're getting that. I thought was that Washington, D.C. at the end of that footage too?
Yeah, because she's at MIT, so that's where she is studying at.
And the professor from Civil War is back.
Yeah,
Jim Rash!
Rash.
Love Jim Rash.
Yes.
Academy Award winner Jim Rash.
Yes.
It's all connected. I thought the Ironheart stuff looked really, really good, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of skeptic, myself included to some extent, because of the delays. This has been seemingly finished for such a long time, and now it's like, oh, we're finally getting it, and it looks great.
Did they give a release date?
No.
Next year. Yeah.
Anthony Ramos has been in 5 movies since this movie thing has been made.
My goodness gracious, and somehow still hasn't said a word about it. So Ironheart then led to Daredevil Born Again, which was freaking cool.
Just seeing the cast there, like seeing them be able to be at something like D23 after like all of the years on Netflix and whatever, that in and of itself was so cool. They brought John Bernthal out with the rest of the cast, which like I was not expecting at all. And then we'll talk about like the specifics of the trailer, but like the trailer looked unreal.
So we all knew John Bernthal was in it, but seeing him and having Marvel say it, like hell yeah.
I mean, the level of aura on the stage was wild. Like, it was crazy. I say that as not someone who's not the biggest Daredevil fan. I don't know what happened to Adam. Adam Barnhart must have ascended through his roof.
Started levitating. The footage was great. It showed Frank Castle and Matt Murdock meeting in, maybe it was like a locker room. I don't know where that was. And they clearly were about to fight each other. And Matt was just like, hey, man, can you put the hatchet down? It's me, Matt. And then they talked. I don't know what happened next. The scene cut off. But then they also showed a scene with Fisk and Matt in a diner, which was very interestingly and impressively lit. I loved how the light was going by as if cars were going by. And Fisk was questioning him like, because Matt was saying, if you get out of line, I'll put you back in line. In other words, and he was like making threatening promises to keep Kingpin in line. And Kingpin was responding saying, is this Matt Murdock talking or your darker half?
Oh.
And it was like, oh, what's his darker half? And then cut to like 5 of his helmets or his Daredevil masks in a closet because he's been doing this for a while.
Was one of them the She-Hulk
Yes.
costume? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
There's also, because it was like it was that scene, and then it cuts to like a montage of Matt and Daredevil both like beating up guys, and like you hear like broken bones and like all of this just nasty, gnarly action.
Just
White Tiger is in the footage too. So.
And Muse.
Yes, yeah.
Just what I like. Wow.
Yeah,
That's what
big
I like.
violent TV.
Big violent TV.
They said,
Cannot
wait,
wait.
so how can we make Daredevil Born Again cater just for Aaron? Make it dark and brooding.
Oh, and then because I tweeted about this and everyone was very confused. So Kamala Khan's dad is being represented by Matt.
Just-
there's a whole sequence because it was like they showed like a courthouse getting attacked, and I'm like, I recognize that guy. And then later at the end of the trailer, he gets to ask him like, what kind of lawyer are you? And Matt goes, a very good lawyer. And it's like I like the little interconnectivity of like we get to have supporting
I didn't realize who that was. I knew that was somebody I knew, but my brain has been fried. I had no idea who it was until you just said it.
When you said it, I literally thought it was like the actor was playing someone else because I was like, there's no way. But I'm like, oh, this isn't Netflix anymore.
Right.
It is going to be the same. And of course, they live in Jersey City. That's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Just up the street.
I gave them some notes. They did add things that Aaron would like
There
into
you
the
go.
show.
One NJ Transit ride away. So that was good. And also before the footage, they said this is a continuation of the story and a new adventure. So it is embracing what happened when Netflix made it, and now Marvel Television officially with Marvel Studios on Disney Plus, all continuing the story, which is cool. That led to Agatha, which I had to leave for. So what happened?
The second trailer is already online, so like you can go watch that. It was delightful. Like it has a song playing underneath all of it that is written by the Lopez's who did all of the stuff for Frozen.
And WandaVision.
Yeah, and WandaVision. They did the Agatha All Along song. Our boss is back there shouting out heckles. But yeah,
Hey fan over there, can you stop heckling the talent?
and so that song was undercurrent of the whole trailer, and then the cast came out in witches' robes and started singing the song live on stage, and I felt so bad that Jamie was not in the room for this.
Truly devastating. Like the whole time I was like, I'm having a great time. I'm watching princesses, but that was my moment of like, I can't believe I missed this. Although I have seen Patti LuPone on Broadway, so but I thankfully there were videos and good quality videos that I have already watched multiple times.
And meanwhile, I was like on the stage in here while Agatha was going on, and I was the only one there. I was doing my rehearsal for Marvel Animation, and I was like, so Brad, what do you want from Marvel Animation next? And then I'd step to the side and be like, well, Brandon, great question. And like just to get through the rehearsal, and I'm glad we had the rehearsal. It helped me a lot, but it was quite an experience doing it by yourself. Yes. That was awesome. It was really, really cool. Okay, did you have anything about Agatha you wanted to add?
I mean, is it a musical?
It's
we'll
not.
find out.
I don't know.
So with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to go, when we come back in a second, we're going to talk about Marvel Animation Panel, which came with 5 titles, and they were all really, really cool.
5 titles and an amazing host.
Woo! See you in just a second. Subscribe to the show. Welcome back to Phase Zero from D23. If you missed our part of the show where we talked about the live-action Marvel stuff, start from the beginning. This is the Marvel Animation presentation recap, hosted by yours truly. Honestly, a dream come true. I cannot thank Marvel, Kevin, Feige, Brad Winderbaum, and everybody enough for letting me do that, but I want to talk about the content of the panel, which was awesome. It started with X-Men 97, which honestly, the X-Men 97 was like the one footage I didn't really see because I was just getting settled in. So all 3 of you were there. The X-Men 97 stuff, what was that? What was going on?
We got Polaris in there.
Jamie and I both like screamed.
Yeah.
And then you looked over at me of like, oh my gosh, like, yeah. Jean and Scott are in the Grant Morrison era costumes from Frank Quietly, and like those look amazing, like the jackets and everything, and they're like combining their powers together.
Jean with claws?
Yeah. We had Havoc.
Wait a second, what?
Yeah, Jean had some claws going on.
Bro, I missed this part.
Yes.
I was like looking up at the thing like,
He was locked in.
locked in.
And Wolverine being like, I'm back, so, you know. It looks so good. It looks like so much fun.
People kept asking on Twitter, is there Gambit? Is it Gambit? No, but we saw the same Apocalypse with the card. But Lenore Zann was there and did tease that Rogue is on like a hero's journey in season 2. And that makes me think her journey is going to be to try to find him and get his unbrainwashed. That's my theory.
Yeah, I think Rogue is going to be a real centerpiece of season 2, which nobody's going to be mad about. Nobody. So that was X-Men 97, and Cal Dodd and Lenore Zann were both there, which was so cool.
Cal doing like lines of Wolverine was amazing. I wish we were allowed to record videos so that I could have that because it was incredible.
When I met Lenore backstage, Brad Winderbaum was like, "This is Lenore, she's Rogue," and she goes, "How are you, sugar?" And I was like, "Oh, that is the coolest thing ever." And okay, so that led to What If Season 3, which I saw that footage. Now, y'all know I'm a What If fan especially after Season 2. Brian Andrews was there, series executive producer and director. They're going into the final season. Moon Knight! Sam Wilson's Captain America.
Yeah.
What
Monica was in there.
Yeah.
Because the footage was it was first like an opening for like an old like 80s style Marvel like animated show, and it was showing the original Avengers in a very cartoony style, and it was like they all came together and basically made mech suits, and so it's the Avengers we know but with mechs. And then we saw Sam leading the Avengers in the present day, and they like Voltron all of their mechs together to fight a bunch of Hulks.
That's what I thought of Voltron too when I saw that. Yeah.
What, is it called Avenger 5? That's what I, right?
Yeah, there is like a mech suit in the comics.
Okay.
So like that might be what they call it in the show. Who knows?
Like
I was doing a
Gundam
lot
type.
of Googling, like, just to make sure, because you weren't tweeting, and I felt like I had to take over the fast tweets. But some of the things, they happen so fast, I don't have a good short-term memory. So I was like, what was that? And I was asking Aaron questions like, is that what we just saw? Is that?
I think so. Like,
I
I'm
did
like,
have
maybe.
a thought. I was like, can I tweet from the stage? Can I tweet from the stage? And yeah, What If is right around the corner. I don't know if they said when it's coming.
I don't think they did.
Just in case. We're not going to say anything. I wouldn't know.
Because they in the little sizzle reel that you guys showed at the beginning of the panel, there was like a Western like Shang-Chi episode.
Yes.
That looked dope. That looked really cool.
There was more Shang-Chi in this presentation than anything in the recent years. But we'll get to Shang-Chi in a moment as well. What If then led to...
Eyes of
it was...
Wakanda.
What's that?
Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda. Todd Harris and Ryan Coogler were there, which amazing, talented people. Eyes of Wakanda, we've been hyping Eyes of Wakanda since we saw it at the What If, like when they did the sizzle reel at the season 2 press conference.
It's insane to actually see it in action. I guess it's 4 episodes.
Yes.
It's an event series. It's tied to the MCU. Introduced MCU characters. Like, you got a lot of the lore. Like, Todd was really like, well, Coogler gave me the backbone, and I'm just building the stuff behind it. And there's some other fun stuff for certain characters you guys have been asking about for a long time. Adam Barnhart stock
Yes.
through the roof.
There was clearly a tease about a certain character.
I mean,
Yeah, and look through my tweets, and you might get to figure out what that is.
Glowing fists, we'll just say that much. Also, because like I was the one holdout, I hadn't seen the footage of the What If thing, so this was my first time seeing any of it.
So what'd you think of the
right.
animation?
I was not expecting like the hand-painted kind of aesthetic. It's beautiful, and like Brad said at the beginning of the panel, there's not a specific house style for Marvel Animation. It's just specific to the project, and like you can see how distinctly different it looks compared to anything else that is in the arsenal. Like it looks so cool.
That makes me happy because I don't love the What If style, and the style for Eyes of Wakanda looks so beautiful. And then we're gonna get to Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but the animation style for that's for me
Yep.
peak.
Yeah, so Eyes of Wakanda looks, I mean, gorgeous.
The character Noni, she seems awesome.
Kicking ass.
Yeah.
Taking names. And yeah, they said the name, Ryan said the name of the like group they're following. I think Hatut Zaraze, I think is what he called it.
yeah, they're like the war dogs, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
War Dogs. So that's going to be really cool to see, and it's set across. Each episode is set in a different time period, so you're getting. I believe it's MCU canon because they said
is.
like it. So it sounds like it's really part of it, like the sacred timeline canon. Well, I think that's how it's supposed to be taken. What they were saying.
We can ask right here. We can ask about.
Yes, we're right next to the TVA right
I'll
here.
ask Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket is right inside on the other side of a wall right there. We'll go ask him.
Go on my Twitter and look at me asking Rocket a dumb question and him giving kind of a mean response.
Watch BD's video with like his glasses recording Rocket and Rocket's reaction because that was delightful.
That was
You
fun.
have Edith?
Yes.
I have the Edith glasses. Yeah.
Whoa.
They're in my backpack. Okay, so then we had Eyes of Wakanda, which led to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Jeff Tremble, Hudson Thames, and Norman Osborn. Coleman Domingo were there. Coleman Domingo's officially...
I screamed.
I love Coleman.
Yeah.
I'm not shy about the fact that I think Coleman is an incredible human being and one of the most talented people alive. And I feel like recently we've really seen, because Coleman's been doing this a while, but I feel like in recent years he's really starting to get his flowers and he deserves them. I love Coleman. Awesome. Gonna be awesome as Norman.
I was joking about this after the panel. I was the first one on this show to be like, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is going to be something super special. Here I am. It looks unbelievable.
Bow down to Jenna because I was like this, and now my excitement is like this. The scenes we saw were genuinely incredible. Aunt May confirmed, still hot after Marissa Tomei. Pleased about that. It just like the animation style, everything. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff and them have been working on this show so much, like for so long.
Oh, Bob Iger just walked by.
Bob Iger just
Yeah, there
walked
he
by.
is.
Could have just asked Bob a question.
Why didn't Bob come join?
Come on
Bob,
through.
what you doing, Bob? Bob got a standing ovation at the show yesterday.
Oh, well, see, look.
Yeah, we got Bob Iger now has been on Phase Zero officially if you pay attention to the background.
Kev, you won't watch.
A little cameo. You got cameos, you got them. Spider-Man looks like a comic book. Like, it just looks straight up like a comic book brought to life.
And they showed like that looked like the opening credits, like in between the two clips that we saw. And there's like a remix of the classic Spider-Man theme. It like using corner boxes, using comic panels, using everything. It looks so beautiful. Like, it's gonna be so much fun.
I'm fully willing to admit Spider-Man cartoons aren't my thing. Tony loves them, so I see them a lot. But like, this is I think the first time I've ever been genuinely this excited for a Spider-Man cartoon.
I haven't watched a ton of Marvel animation aside from X-Men the animated series growing up, and I watched Spider-Man stuff, but not in a sense that like it didn't stick with me the way X-Men did. So, but yeah, I think I'm kind of with you. I'm excited for it, and I'm also making sure we keep doing this show long enough until Bob finishes his TVA tour. He has to come out of that door right there, and I'll be like, "Hey, Bob, can we talk to you?" Maybe I'll find a short name for Bob like I did with Kevin.
Yeah.
And then I'll hate myself.
Big B.
hey, B. Okay, so that was the Spider-Man was the wrap up essentially, but
Also, there was like a Venom in the footage
Yeah,
and
he's
in
a
the
symbiote.
character
Like,
stuff.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
with like a Craven kind
Yep.
of like fur situation.
Like a
and
Venom
horns.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool because they showed like a splash page of all of these characters that are going to be in the show, and a lot of it was people we already knew, and then a lot of it was like supporting characters we didn't know were going to be in the show.
Did we say who was in the scene that we saw too? Can we say that?
oh yeah, we can talk
Doctor
about
Strange was up in there
Yep.
with a very good mustache.
a very good mustache. But Peter Parker made a joke about it too. He's like, "Oh my God, is that a wizard?" So that was cool.
In that universe, they forgot who Doctor Strange was instead.
Yeah.
But Cassandra Nova didn't get to him, so.
Yeah, Cassandra Nova's cooking people. And then, okay, the last thing was Brad Winderbaum came back out and said there's one more thing, a little credit scene from Marvel Animation, and they teed up Marvel Zombies footage, which I didn't get to see because I was waiting backstage to come back out and say thank you for coming. So somebody tell me.
Do you?
missed Shang-Chi content?
I saw that's the one part I did see. I would.
No, because like the whole scene, like everything we saw was Shang-Chi related. Because it's Shang-Chi and Katie, and Wenwu is trying to like save them from a zombie horde, and then Shang-Chi gets bitten in the arm, and so then
saw
Wenwu
that
gives
part.
him the 10 rings to like protect his zombie arm, and then goes and sacrifices himself, and then it jumps 5 years into
Finally
the
being a
future.
good dad.
Wenwu sacrifices himself.
Yeah, and so then it jumps like 5 years into the future, and Shang-Chi, Katie, Jimmy Woo,
My boy, he's
yeah,
back.
and a couple other people are like they're in the desert like driving cars. Like Jimmy has this like truck that can like destroy zombies and stuff, and they're singing along to Journey, which was delightful. And they are fighting Skrulls that are a biker gang. Coolest thing ever.
Protecting cows.
Yes.
This sounds insane. I only saw the one because I wasn't originally. I didn't think I was going to have to come back out and say thanks for coming. I thought it was going to end on the footage. So I walked backstage. They had a monitor back there, and I saw him get bit. And then they were like, "Actually, can you just go? Let people know it's over?" And I was like, I want to watch it." But yes, it was amazing. I was happy to go do that. What did you guys think of the footage?
Great. The same kind of thing where it's like, well, because it's connected to the universe of What If, it's that same animation style. So it's like, whatever, the animation, but it looks cool. And, especially listening to you go on and on about we need Shang-Chi too soon was nice to be like, get like a lot of Shang-Chi content.
Where is Shang-Chi 2? We went to San Diego Comic-Con. We've been to D23. Sumuli, you in live action, nowhere to be found.
One day we're gonna get it back.
Will we?
Look. Now
Will
you
we?
listen to Kevin. We got to make the cut of 60.
Go ask Bob.
Yeah.
That's Hey Bob, can I get a comment on Shang-Chi 2, please?
We do need to say with Marvel Zombies, it is 4 episodes they confirmed,
Yes.
and it's TVMA, which is awesome.
They did. It does sound like it's a 4-episode event series, spinning directly out of the What If Season 1 episode. They're seemingly building on that story and moving forward, so that's pretty cool. All right, was there anything else at D23 that you guys saw, whether it's on the floor, whether it's at one of the panels that we didn't cover you guys want to talk about?
It's been really cool. We've seen some cool cosplay. We've met some cool people.
Yeah,
some
we've
great.
met some fans, which
Yeah.
is always the nicest.
Shout out to our lovely Phase Zero listeners who are here that we saw. And I just want to say again how amazing BD did. He crushed it. Feige, if you're listening, put our boy in Hall H. He's ready.
Being up there was an absolute dream. I don't have time to bore people with how much I love being up there, but it was awesome. So we'll wrap this up unless Bob walks by.
Am I allowed to say what I'm doing tomorrow?
No.
I'm
Not
doing
yet.
something tomorrow, but
Not
we
yet.
can't talk about it.
So you'll see eventually. So we'll get to that. Yeah, now leave him something to wonder. We're a Marvel show. That's what Marvel does. You know, they leave you wondering what's next. There's Bob again. Should we try? Should we yell, "Hey, Bob, come here"? It's very tempting. I know he won't come over though. Hey, Bob, you want to do an interview? You want to say hi?
Come on.
We're a Marvel show. We're talking about the Marvel animation presentation.
I just saw the new Marvel presentation.
Did you talk to Rocket?
I did. I did.
What'd he say?
I know Rocket a long time. We go back. He was amazed that I came to see him.
Well, this has been an incredible show. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you. And just like that, Bob Iger is a Phase Zero guest. All right, this is the most wild day we've ever had. Aaron, any last words for today's show?
Wow, this is all real. This is all real. What happened? I love these people. Oh my God.
All right, Jen, any last words for today's show?
Go read some comics. Thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthday. I don't know how to follow Bob Iger. What the hell? That was crazy.
You were ready. Jamie was ready. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching Phase Zero. Thank you to D23 for how well you've accommodated us and allowed us to go to these panels. Thank you to every single person who's walked up to us to tell us they listen to Phase Zero. Without every single one of you, we wouldn't be doing what we were doing today with what just happened. Subscribe to our show. Play our show for your mom. Play it for your dog. We'll see you on Monday with pyro actor Aaron Stanford. Later.